Everybody is hiding here with another video. Sorry if I haven't been uploading for a long while. Life been a little bit busy and I really haven't had that much motivation to record. But now here we are. So if you haven't heard, Annihilape, Walking Wake, and Shed Tail have been banned from National Dex OU. As a council member myself, I think all these bans are correct. They're very understandable and they were needed. Annihilape warped game progression, Walking Wake was just not balanced, and Shed Tail opened a lot of degenerate things. But I'm here to talk about in detail on why they got banned. First, we got Annihilape, and it's infamous for how it's just Rage Fist is not a balanced move at all. And with Taunt, Drain Punch for somewhat okay longevity, with some leftovers too, and Bulk Up, it turned into like a very good win con that often destroyed bulkier or slower builds. It didn't even flop into offense that much too, it still did a pretty okay job in fighting them. But it was mainly broken due to how it just, say if you had, it just really did not care for fat styles. It just ruined fat styles. With Taunt too, you can't even spam Toxic that much unless you're running something like a Gliscor, a Tornadus Therian, or a Mandibuzz too, which was used for Annihilape on a very good team. But just even if in our matchups, it would not be good into say Tornadus was about to drop a Flynium Z on it, right? It could just tear water and then eat it and then Rage Fist it and it died. If I had Bleakwind Storm and Bleakwind Stormed it, it'd get a Defiant boost and that'd be worse. Mons like Lando could even, Lando did come in, but the Defiant boost in events, Rage Fist was boosted too, wouldn't be very good. It also took U-turns very, it's often easy to rack up Rage Fist boost because of U-turn usage a lot too. Ape also was just very good Terror abuser too. Water, Fairy, Firewall used. I've even seen Poison sometimes. Poison really just get clapped fat because Gliscor couldn't Toxic it anymore, and then you just Rage Fist. But you'd have to be boosted though, or else the Earthquake would do too much. But yeah, we also saw Annihilape wasn't just restricted to this moveset. There was also a lead. Set that was used a little bit. But wasn't really seen that much because WinCon Annihilape is way more threatening and better. I'd also like to mention that if you Toxic Annihilape, people start using clerics like Aromatherapy, Tapu Lele on more offensive builds, Healbow Mons like Clefable on more bulkier builds. I'm pretty sure there's another Mon I'm forgetting, but yeah, was not a very balanced Pokemon at all. I've explained how Annihilape is broken a lot, so you could go watch my previous video if you want to learn more. But yeah, I'm glad this Mon's going out of the tier. Bulkier teams now have a little bit more breathing space now because of this Mon's removal. Next contender is Walking Wake. I hate this Mon with a passion. If you let offenses into this, you'd probably just have to click X. If it was Speed Boost Proto, it would just Hydro Steam all across your team unless you had a Galarian Slowking, Choice Scarf Tapu Fini, which is a little bit mid, or a Slowking regular, which I really think it's just a big fat pursuit burger anyway, so really not that notable. But yeah, Wake often used Choice Spec sets, Terra Water, Blue Everything White, or Terra Dragon too, to just clap Water Absorb Clodsire, which I don't know why it was ever used, and Mantine, also Gastrodon too, if it was ever used as a Spadef variant for this Mon. Also had Dragonium Z sometimes, but Awake not Terroring is kind of disappointing though. Dragonium did it nuked Pex, but then it just regen the damage off. There was also some sub-Sunny sets were really good, took advantage of the aforementioned Toxapex, Gastrodon, and took advantage of Ferrothorn too once it's terrestrialized into the Dragon side. Because then you could just click the button, you could just click Hydro Steam or Dragon Pulse on it, Well, it really doesn't even matter, but if you're under Sun, you'd probably be clicking Hydro Steam. You could just click it, and you have leftovers recovery too, so if it breaks your sub with a Power Whip, you could just sub it more. Also, the short Hippo Fat too. since often Hippo would just come in and then switch into its pecs. You could just Sunny Day on the Hippo switch and click your moves. I've seen some discussion about Terra Fairy sets, but I don't think if you're utilizing your main stabs on Wake, it's often not that good. If I were to use a different Terra type on Wake than it's stabs, I'd probably use Terra Steel for the Terra Fairy mods to knock them out. There were also some usage of Agility Wake, which I really don't find that good. I really feel like if you're using Wake, you just want to click your buttons as much as you can. Setting up is just unneeded for a mod like it. I saw it on Rain too, because it just owns Yard. So I think that's pretty cool. But I'd rather just use Kingdra as my offensive water type. But it does bring very, very good utility to Rain generally. Also, there was like little consistent counters to it though. Checks and counters to it. Cloudsire is just generally not a good Pokemon with Water Absorb. Or just generally not an okay Pokemon generally. Gastrodon's mad passive. The only good ones are like Slowking Galar, Choice Scarf Tapu Fini, which is a Tapu Fini, and Manzine. Those were the only really good consistent checks to it. Otherwise, it just click your buttons. Defensive Terrors can be used against it, but you know, opportunity cost. But if you want, I guess that's not that much cost either. So yeah, Walking Wake, Walking Drake, Smolking Flake. Run out of the tier, I'm glad it's gone. Spawn was not balanced at all. Destroyed offensive builds, restricted team building a lot. And even if you prefer it, it could still find its way to bullshit through your team with some other teammates like Tusk, Yard, Kartana, sometimes Venusaur and Dedicated Sun. And yeah, just generally not an okay Pokemon. Glad it's gone. Now Shedtail, #1 enabler. I really hated when I had like Shedtail was just so not fun. Giving a free substitute is just not, it's just degenerate. Like Dragonite, Mega Gyarados, Iron Valiant, Volcarona, Latios. Who else? Dragapult. Who else? Annihilape, who was banned, Goldengo, Kartana, King Gambit, Mega Scissor, Urshifu, Zama, Bax. I'm pretty sure there are more mons I'm forgetting too. Yeah, also, it was just not fun at all. Cause like, Shedtail is just degenerate as hell. Passing free substitutes, obviously not balanced too. If we were to just ban Cyclizar, we would then just see a surge of Orthworm usage, which would be equally annoying, or near annoying with Shedtail. Cause it also has good traits in itself too. It's a ground immune. It's a ground immune and a steel type, and it has hazards too. Pretty good utility. Could probably get a few although having no regenerator is kind of a burden. You also get slow Shedtails too, which is also notable. Also, Cyclizar has an insane utility move. U-turn, rapid spin, knockoff, taunt, all that. It was just so not fun. Scarf sets, I think, were Cyclizar's best sets. Its revenge killing capabilities are also fire. But yeah, passing free substitutes, not good. Combining with screens, that was just such a pain. It enabled a lot of hyper offense mons, and I'm pretty sure it's a very good removal from the tier now. Because now we could actually take advantage of Pokemon and find ways to play around them instead of having to desperately break the sub and allow them to sub freely, and then they could just sweep our teams if we don't break in time. So yeah, I would also like to talk about other mons that were on the survey that got a score above. They didn't get banned on the slate though. King Gambit and Dragapult. Personally, I don't think King Gambit that broken though. Like, it rewards incorrect plays a lot, which is a concern too. But like, it's very healthy for the meta. What it contributes is really needed. I don't see it being banned no time soon. If Pult's gone though, I think I could see some distaste and maybe a potential suspect. But at that point, if Dragapult gets banned, I still would like to keep King Gambit. This mon's healthy. I really feel like though, unironically, King Gambit complaints are from people just not winning Sucker Punch 9 games. I think that might just be a skill issue on their part, but if it's really that broken, it could be just that broken. Anyways, Dragon Ball. Really controversial mon. It's okay. I mean, it's not like any broken mon that doesn't add anything to its tier. It's pretty good speed control. But like, I really don't know how it's that broken. Choice spec sets are okay. Lose it, but you know, the best mon in the tier right now just slams Dragon Ball generally, so. Though having King Gambit as your sole Dragon Ball, as the sole Dragon Ball check could be a little concerning, but there are definitely other pull checks out there. Or soft checks too. I feel like Dragon Dance is kind of mid now, because that's just specs unless you just... That's just specs, but now you're just completely owned by King Gambit, which is just stinker. I've seen like Terra Dragon specs is quite annoying, but you just blow through Gambit and Mega Tyranitar, but Mega Tyranitar is not really that good. You could say that you could use Ting Lu too, but reminder that Ting Lu is not a good Pokemon now. That mon's so not fucking good, dude. But yeah, that will sum up all of my epic and totally correct thoughts on every single Pokemon that was voted on as a council member myself. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like. I'll probably be uploading more in the past. I'll try to upload more because state tests are coming this week. So like, yeah. I will see you later, my thugs.